Plagued by power outages.
They say they know the problem, but their complaints to Evergy have gone unanswered. When the utility company dodged questions from our Zach Summers, we went to the state for answers.
Whether it's a blizzard, extreme winds, or a thunderstorm, when severe weather moves through Kansas City, Peggy Morrow tends to be on edge.
It's frustrating because it's preventable.
Peggy has lived in her home on North Hickory Street for 16 years. In the last year, she says she and her neighbors have lost their power at least 4 times.
We're missing work, we're losing food.
The most recent outage was on March 5th. A tree limb in a neighbor's yard broke during a blizzard. It severed one of Evergy's lines, leaving neighbors without power for more than 12 hours.
We can't get Evergy to come maintain the lines. My concern is if you look at the high power line, they're across the entire tree.
Peggy says many of the trees in her neighborhood are just inches away from the company's lines. She's called to complain, but she says there's little to no action.
Thanks for calling Evergy's outage reporting line.
What I was told was there has to be an outage or there has to be actual contact with the tree to where it's actually creating a fire or sparking in order for them to come out.
You know, the newer neighborhoods, they're underground. Well, this one, they aren't.
Kenny Thomas lives down the street from Peggy. He's been in the neighborhood since 1983.
I don't think I've ever seen them trim these trees as a regular preventive maintenance program.
Kenny says he would like for Evergy to be more proactive rather than reactive.
If they could have just tried to do preventive maintenance like you would on a car, anything, if they would take care of it, we probably wouldn't be having problems like this.
In late March, Evergy sent this email to customers explaining how it's working to reduce power outages. The company noted that it works year-round to keep trees away from power lines, an effort Evergy says is meant to improve reliability and safety. Well, we wanted to see some of those efforts in action. We asked Evergy for an on-camera interview and where we could get video of crews actively trimming trees. We gave the company weeks to make it happen, but a spokesperson ultimately declined our request. We instead got this statement, saying in part, over the past 18 months, the service area has experienced a record number of storms. The statement added that even with proactive tree trimming, customers in areas with a lot of trees may have experienced recent storm-related outages. So what do you do in a situation like this where you're not really getting answers from your utility company? We did some digging.
The commission has a consumer staff.
Forrest Gossett is the spokesperson for the Missouri Public Service Commission. The group regulates utility companies like Evergy.
You can imagine that consumer issues run the gamut, from billing issues to what you just discussed.
He says if you have a complaint, it's best to contact your utility company first. If you feel your concerns aren't being addressed, file a complaint with your state's utility commission.
Our goal is to really get the consumer and the utility talking to each other, and we want to help resolve complaints.
I understand storms happen. I get that. And there are things that are out of their control. But this, they can control.
Outages, these neighbors say, are avoidable.
At least trim off stuff that's touching lines.
Yet an experience they sadly believe is not unique to their Northland neighborhood.
I know that we're not alone. We're paying for it.
Zach Summers, KCTV 5 News.